Late in December 2010, a Suffolk County detective training his K-9 unit stumbled upon skeletal remains wrapped in coarse burlap along a desolate stretch of Ocean Parkway. What began as a search for one missing escort would soon unravel into the darkest serial killings Long Island had ever seen. 4 bodies were found that first day. 4 women, all petite, all in their 20s, all wrapped in burlap sacks. As the marshland's chill mist curled around the recovered remains, investigators realized they were not looking at isolated tragedies, but the work of a methodical predator. The Gilgo Beach serial killings had claimed its first 4 known victims, and the hunt for answers had only just begun. Shannan Gilbert, 24, was born and raised in Jersey City, New Jersey. The youngest of 3 siblings, she was described by friends as vivacious, compassionate, and sometimes impulsive. After moving to New York, Shannan worked as an escort to pay bills and had a history of bipolar disorder. Though her family worried about her safety, Shannan insisted she was independent and street smart. Early in 2010, she moved between motels in New York, seeking stability. On May 1, 2010, she left her friend's house in Lindenhurst and headed toward Oak Beach. Her family never imagined that a routine night might be her last. On May 1, 2010, just after midnight, Shannan Gilbert arrived at a client's home in Oak Beach. Inside, she was visibly panicked. She dialed 911 at 12:22 a.m., gasping for breath, whispering that someone was after her, pleading that she was being chased and fearing for her life. For 23 harrowing minutes, dispatchers heard her begging for help, pounding on doors, and screaming into the night. Witnesses later recalled hearing her frantic cries echo across the quiet streets. The call cut off abruptly. At 12:45 a.m., Shannan was last seen sprinting into the pitch-black marshland. By dawn, search teams crisscrossed the swamps, but the only sign of her was a dropped heel and faint footprints leading into the marsh. Her disappearance became the spark that ignited one of the largest investigations in Suffolk County history. Months later, in December 2010, while searching for Shannan, Detective Dominic Verone's K-9 unit signaled on a burlap-wrapped bundle near Gilgo Beach. Inside lay the body of Maureen Brainard-Barnes, 25, a petite mother of 2 from Connecticut who had disappeared in July 2007. Within days, 3 more bodies, Melissa Barthelemy, 24, Megan Waterman, 22, and Amber Costello, 27, were unearthed along a quarter-mile stretch. All were petite escorts in their 20s, all wrapped in burlap. Cell phone records revealed chilling patterns. Maureen's phone pinged a burner phone in early July 2007. Melissa's sister received mocking calls weeks after her disappearance. Megan's burned hair DNA matched a male sample. Amber's roommate had reported a grotesque client. The Gilgo 4 had names, but no answers. Investigators combed back to 2007, realizing these killings spanned years. The search for Shannan shifted into pursuit of a serial killer. As the investigation deepened, suspicion swirled around multiple persons of interest. Dr. Peter Hackett, a former Suffolk County police surgeon, claimed Shannan was safe at his home, despite having no proof. His alibi and erratic history led detectives nowhere. Michael Pack, Shannan's self-appointed bodyguard, initially drew scrutiny before being cleared. Joseph Brewer, a client with a violent past, was investigated but never charged. In 2017, attention shifted to John Bitrolf, a convicted killer of 2 sex workers whose dumping grounds overlapped Gilgo Beach zones. Cold case files revealed that 3 dismembered torsos found in Manorville and Fire Island in the early 2000s matched missing girls Valerie Mack and Jessica Taylor, only to be reunited months later. Despite tantalizing phone records placing Bitrolf near dumping sites, no DNA linked him to the Gilgo Four. Each lead stalled and the killer remained phantom. By early 2022, cold case frustrations gave way to new breakthroughs. A specialized task force revisited cell tower pings and burner phone purchases. They traced repeated patterns. Every time a victim arranged a rendezvous via a burner phone, the device pinged the box, a pocket of Massapequa Park where architect Rex Heuermann lived. Further, Heuermann's credit card records showed he paid for a burner phone just weeks before Amber Costello's disappearance. Investigators recovered a black leather belt embossed with HM at multiple scenes. But the most damning evidence came from a half-eaten pizza crust found in a Staten Island trash can. DNA analysis matched that crust to male hairs discovered on the burlap around Megan Waterman's remains. Subsequent testing tied Heuermann to hairs on two more victims, Sandra Costilla, a 1993 murder, and Jessica Taylor. Even a single female hair on a body yielded his family's DNA, proof that he'd been close to multiple victims. In July 2023, the net closed in as detectives watched Heuermann's movements and seized his Massapequa Park home after a 12-day search. On July 13, 2023, federal marshals and Suffolk detectives quietly surrounded Heuermann as he left his Manhattan office. He was arrested without incident, dark glasses hiding his eyes, his tailored suit incongruous next to patrol cars. Back in Long Island, unsealed warrants revealed charges for the murders of Melissa Barthelemy, Megan Waterman, and Amber Costello, with Heuermann already the prime suspect in Maureen Brainard-Barnes' death. By June 2024, he faced additional charges for Jessica Taylor and Sandra Costilla, pushing the timeline of his alleged crimes back to the early 1990s. In December 2024, he was indicted for the 2000 murder of Valerie Mack, confirming investigators' suspicions that all but 2 of the 10 Gilgo victims were connected to him. At a packed courthouse, families of the victims watched as Heuermann, stoic, expressionless, pleaded not guilty, setting the stage for one of the most chilling trials in New York history. As 2025 dawns, Rex Heuermann faces 7 murder charges, but questions linger. 2 victims, Karen Vagata, discovered in 1996, and Asian Doe, a transgender victim from 2011, have yet to be definitively linked in court. The toddler daughter, Tatiana Dykes, and Tanya Jackson, Peaches, are identified but not tied to Heuermann by evidence. Families demand closure for every life taken. Advocates press for renewed investigations into South Carolina and Las Vegas properties tied to Heuermann. Meanwhile, the official ruling that Shannan Gilbert died by misadventure remains fiercely disputed. Her independent autopsy suggested homicide. Her mother continues to believe Shannan's death was not accidental. The trial, slated for late 2025, promises revelation, but may also reveal how some secrets of Gilgo Beach will remain forever buried in the marshes. More video like that, please like and subscribe Night Skyry.